What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae, across the skyways of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Monday to all of you guys, gals, days, thems, all you hooligans out there. Hope you are doing great, Panther Nation. Hope you are living your life. Hope you had a great weekend. Hey, guys, guess what? We're 1 week away from training camp, so that's honestly exciting to me, like...
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it, man. But we going to get into today's docket. Again, you know what? With everything going on, I do want to take a break. Really hope y'all had a great weekend. Really hope you're going smooth. And if you're going through, just a bunch of stuff right now, I'm praying for you. And if you don't believe in prayer, I'm speaking it into existence. If you don't believe in that, honestly, I just wish good things for you. If you're scratching a lottery ticket, hope you win that. Just give me $2. And if you're getting that promotion, hope you get that promotion. Just make sure you tell Bernice down at the receptionist office, let her know that I'm looking forward to the cake on Friday. I'm really looking forward to it. But guys, we're going to get into today's docket, man. And the first thing I've seen, and it's talking about our tight ends. And it's apparently... the tight ends are going to be a key for us this year going into 2025, and I'm actually liking the sound of that. So what that means is it's this. Went on ESPN and saw an article put out by David Newton, and it was speaking on Carolina's honest objective in regards to the tight ends and how they will be utilized this year. And according to Carolina and sources there, the tight ends are going to be a focal point. We go as the tight ends go. And I think that's kind of crazy. But it is not. Because, remember, last month at minicamp, Jatavian Sanders said, hey, we're going to have match-up nightmares on the field, in my opinion. Sanders said that at minicamp because he's been feeling confident, especially since he's taken over that lead role while Trimble still, honestly, is recovering. So that looks good on our front. However, Newton doesn't really echo the same sentiments. He doesn't feel as confident as Sanders and the rest of the tight ends. And here's what Newton had to say. He flat out says, Carolina's tight ends haven't scared anybody the past 5 years. First of all, don't get disrespectful, man. I get we've been struggling, but sheesh. But he goes on, he's like, they've ranked last in the NFL in targets, 383, receptions, 241, receiving yards, 2,329, receiving touchdowns, 13, and receiving first downs at 104. For perspective, during the 3-season stretch from 2014 to 2016, tight end Greg Olsen equaled or topped what Carolina tight ends have collectively produced in 5 years since he left. Olsen had 376 targets, 241 receptions, 3,185 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 161 receiving first downs. Carolina also is well below the league average during that span in targets at 581, receptions at 405, receiving yards at 4,222, receiving touchdowns at 30, and receiving first downs at 216. Need more? Sanders and Trimble combined for 56 catches last season, a total which 13 individual tight ends topped in 2024 and half of what rookie Brock Bowers of the Las Vegas Raiders had. So there's a lot of room for improvement. Hey, man. Hey, David, chill out. I know we struggling. I know we haven't been the greatest since Big G left. Big Greg, I understand that. I get it, but ease up, man. Ease up. We ain't gonna sit here and act like at one point we weren't the worst team in the NFL at one point, man. So I'm gonna need you to take about 3 to 6 to 14 steps back and ease off my board. I'm gonna need you take 3 steps back. Take 3 steps back, my lord. Do that. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't like it. Now, I have to be honest. And we all have to be truthful. We know the tight end's been struggling. However, head coach Dave Canales says otherwise. Coach feels differently than Mr. Newton, and I love it when Coach speaks because here's what Coach said. Coach says, those guys make us go. The versatility. We asked them to do the dirty work, to block in the run game, pass protection at times, and they show up. Maybe we send them on a route. If you're talking about targets, that just kind of happens organically. The more comfortable Bryce gets with JT, with Mitch, when we get Tommy back, it's that chemistry that's going to create those opportunities for them. They're the life of what we're trying to do. They tie the whole thing together. And that's why I feel the way I feel. That's why I feel the way I feel because I'm going to be honest. I feel like we are going to be in for a surprise. I feel like this season is going to be a shocker from a lot of positions, in particular the tight end position. A lot of play action, a lot of knowing to how to get our tight ends to sit in certain zones, sit in coverage, maybe a quick 5 and out, maybe a quick 3 and in, and I feel like it's going to be just rounded, and it's going to play so well into like the run game, passing deep, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful because I'll also admit on this channel, I was very skeptical about the tight end room. I have been for the last few years. I'm not going to sit there and lie to y'all. I've been very skeptical about that. But I'm always going to remain on the side of optimistic realism. I'm not going to be too optimistic where I start throwing out unrealistic expectations, but I'm always going to speak the positive aspect of what can happen into a situation. So for the tight ends, I know Trimble's out, but we still got Sanders. We still got Evans. We honestly still got Dominic Daphne. Like, I'm just saying. And then when Trimble comes back, we're going to have Tommy. It's okay. It's going to look good. It's going to be okay. And I think we're going to be all right. Now, how good the boys going to be this year? I honestly don't know. But I feel like they're going to shock the world. I feel like if not the world, they're going to shock a lot of people. I'm speaking that into existence right now. So, hey, you heard it here first, folks. But now we got to caveat that into somebody else who participates on our O-line. Because, tight ends, they do the blocking and they do everything on the end of the O-line. But what about the middle and the big boys really up front? Because so far in one article, our Panther Iron Man has been tabbed as someone to root for. So here's what I mean. NFL.com's Tom Blair wrote an article where he highlighted a player from every single team in the NFC as the guy to root for, as the fan favorite, as if you are just on the couch, you ain't never seen this player, this team before in your life. He could point to somebody and be like, hey, you're going to like this guy. You should cheer for this guy. This guy is a good guy. He's someone to root for. And for Carolina, the person he chose is none other than our very own. Oh, whoa, where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. Ha. Almost got me. But our very own Taylor Moton.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
So here's what he had to say about Moton. He's like, if Bryce Young and Dave Canales stick with their late 2024 trajectory, there's a decent shot this team will log its first winning season since 2017. Hey!
Yeah,
hey, I'm sorry.
baby.
I know I'm spamming
That's
that
what I've
button,
been
but
waiting for.
I like the praise. When they praise us, I got to give them credit. But let's get back to it. He said, and if you want to get an early bead on someone to vicariously feel good for, consider Moton, one of just 2 players on the roster, along with long snapper J.J. Jansen, who was around for the 11-5 campaign. Moton claimed the starting right tackle gig in 2018 and has been plugging away since, hanging tough through losing seasons and regime changes, blocking for a wide range of QBs, Cam Newton, Kyle Allen, Sam Darnold, Bryce Young, and running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Deontay Foreman, Miles Sanders, and Chuba Hubbard. He's still effective, credited by Next Gen Stats with allowing the second lowest pressure rate, 5.9%, in the NFL among right tackles with 500-plus pass blocking snaps last season. With his current deal set to expire in 25, it would be fitting for Moton to finally taste success in Carolina. And if he's able to extend his stay, he might even clear himself a spot in franchise history, given he currently sits in 13th place on the Panthers' all-time starts list with 113 starts. And if I recall correctly, he had 108 consecutively before he had to miss a game last year. So, shout out to Taylor, man. And honestly, give him his praise, bro. Give him his love. Make sure y'all give Taylor Moton the love this year when y'all are at the games. Make sure y'all give him the praise. Make sure you acknowledge him in the forums, in the Reddits, in the Facebook chats, in the IG comments, in the Snapchats, and everything in between, because he easily, in the time we've had him, in the debauchery and all the BS that he's seen, and all the foolishness that he's seen in the coaches and the organization and so on and so forth, he easily could have quit. But he didn't. You know what he did do? He kept pounding. He embodied what we talk about on a day-to-day basis as a franchise, what our hashtag is. Taylor Moton embodies that to a T. That man is our Iron Man for a reason, because he keeps chugging along and he doesn't stop. Taylor, if you see this, bro, you got love from me. I support you 100%. I want you here for the long haul. Please, I hope you resign and stay, because we need you as a foundational piece, and we owe it to you to turn it around. I don't care what anybody says. We owe it to you to turn it around, because you've done so much for us, and we owe it to you as a franchise.
Message.
I'm saying, bro. Like, and if you're a new Carolina Panther fan, or if you're just new to football and you just happen to stumble upon this page, I'm telling you now, you're going to like that guy. You're going to love that guy. He's going to be somebody you're like, you know what? I could have a steak with him at dinner. I could, want to go bowling with that guy. I just might invite him to the barbecue in the backyard. I would trust him to watch my kids. I would hope that he writes me a birthday card. Because he's just a good dude. He's just a good dude, a great football player, even better human. And I just want him to get the praise that he's owed. I want him to taste the success that he's owed. And I feel as though a franchise, because he could have easily left or wanted out, demanded a trade, and he hasn't, we owe him that, man. We really, really do. And then, speaking of the past that he's endured, Moton's also played for two of these coaches that are here. I think Canales is his third coach. Well, technically, fifth. Because since then, he's had multiple coaches. Yeah, 5. Technically, Canales is his 5th coach. And the reason why I'm bringing up coaches is apparently Matt Rule and Frank Wright weren't that bad.
Huh?
I don't. So here's the explanation. Found an article on CBS Sports, written by Cody Benjamin. Cody Benjamin, in this article, released the top 25 worst coaching hires of this century. Here's the crazy part, y'all. Neither Matt Rule nor Frank Reich made this list.
Huh?
And what's even crazier is, y'all are going to wonder how, the same way I did, when you see the list. Here's the list, bro. We'll go from 25 to 1. At 25, he had the Cleveland Browns from 05 to 15. They had like 5 coaches. I couldn't put them all there, so that's why I just said he even did that. He listed them as Browns 2005, 2015, and had all 5 coaches in like one little just smorgasbord and a gaggle. Then he had Saban at 24 when he played for his tenure in Miami, where he went 15 and 17. David Culley from Houston, where he went 4 and 13. Lovie Smith in Houston, 3-13 and 1. Dave Campo in Dallas, where he was 15 and 33. Steve Spurrier with the Commanders, formerly the Redskins, when he went 12 and 22. Jim Zorn with the Commanders, formerly Redskins, where he was 11 and 20. Greg Schiano, Tampa Bay, 11 and 21. Joe Judge, when he was with the Giants, where he went 10-23. Dennis Allen, is it Dennis? It might be Dennis Allen. I don't know why I think it's Dennis all the time. Dennis Allen, when he was with the Raiders, 8-28. Steve Spagnuolo with the Rams, 10-38. Gus Bradley with Jacksonville, 14-48. Then you have Dennis Erickson with San Francisco at 9-23. Adam Gase with the Jets at 9-23. Hugh Jackson with Cleveland at 3-36-1. Rod Marinelli with Detroit at 0-16. Matt Patricia at 9 at 13-29-1. First of all, how is 0-16 better than 13-29-1?
Huh?
Don't even know how that happened. At 8, Art Shell with the Raiders, 2-14. 7, Marty Mornweg with Detroit, 5-27. 6, Jim Tomsula with San Francisco at 5-11. 5, Nathaniel Hackett, 4-11 in Denver. 4, Josh McDaniels in Denver, 11-17. 3, Cam Cameron with Miami at 1-15. 2, Bobby Petrino with Atlanta, 3-13. And number 1 was Urban Meyer with Jacksonville at 2-11.
Huh?
Bro. All right. There's a whole lot to unpack with this list. First, I'm going to address the whole Rule thing and how Matt Rule and Reich aren't. I don't know how Matt Rule and Frank Reich didn't make this list. Just based off what I saw just now, and even when I saw it the first, I don't know how they didn't make the list.
Huh?
Yeah, and that was an accident. I accidentally pressed the button just now. That wasn't on purpose. That was an accident. I don't know how they made the list, dog. Because you're not going to sit there and tell me. Maybe it's due to not having scandals. I don't know. Because when I think about it, remember, Rule especially. Because we bought Rule out from his contract at Baylor. So we paid money just to get him. Then gave that man a 7-year, $62 million deal that had incentives up to $70 million off rip for Baylor and Temple. That was so stupid. To this day, it irks me. It would have been one thing if we said, hey, yo, Matt Rule, we're going to sign you to like a 3-4 year deal, blase. All right, cool. 3-4 year deal, see what you do. Bro. They signed him to dang near a 7-year, $10 million a year contract for what he did at Temple and Baylor. Did not make a CFP. Did not make a what? If I'm recalling correctly, he didn't make the Big 12 title game with Baylor. If I'm recalling correctly, I could be wrong. Matter of fact, did he? Give me 2 seconds. Did he? Did he? Okay, he did. All right, I'll take that back. I take it back. They did make the Big 12 title game, but still, it's Baylor. Like, Baylor and Temple is okay. Then, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Frank Reich should be on this list for record alone. IFC, he should be on this list for record alone, considering the fact that man has fewer wins than a majority of this list. There are only 2 people on this list who have more wins or who have fewer wins than Frank Reich in their tenure. I'm just saying, he got to be on this list for record alone. And when I look back at it, bro, maybe it's due to they didn't have, not even that. Like, maybe it's due to the fact that they didn't have scandals or they didn't have craziness going on. Like, yeah, we were bad, but, I mean, But I'm just looking at it, I'm like, bro, because, one, how is 0-16 not number one. If we talking about worst coaches of this century, I feel like record should play the most weight into this. And 0-6, the first 0-16 season should be number one. And then the coach from Cleveland who went 0-16 should be number two. What are we discussing here, bro? I don't know. Because he did say in the article, the reason why Urban Meyer was number one was due to the fact that he also had those scandals and stuff going on and things like that. And I'm just like, but he's still won games. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. But boy, I'm not going to stress my brain too much on that because I got to get to y'all comments. And it is time for Panther Nation to speak their truth. Speak y'all truth as always, baby. It's always fun when I get y'all to speak y'all truth. But first truth comes from the homie Big Act 7823. My man says, I want to feel good. I want to feel so good about T-Mac, but I'm always reminded of the shutdown that Travis Hunter put on him. And to be frank, there's a Travis Hunter on every NFL team. I mean, I understand that. I can see where you're coming from, but here's the thing as well. Here's the thing, I'll say this, bro, just to give you a little more reason to feel good about it. That was only one game. I get Travis Hunter's great and everything like that. I'm not taking away from it. The man won the Heisman playing two positions. But it was just one game. That wasn't a whole season. And yes, T-Mac's going to face guys like that. But because he's facing them, he's also going to get better. Because he played a Travis Hunter, he knows how to now beat a Travis Hunter. So just spin it that way. Sometimes you got to be a little delusional when you want to know how to spin it the right way. I'm just saying. Hey, number two comes from the homie Darnell Brooks, 6655. My man said 740. My man said at 740, my boy breaking the fourth wall in real time. Laughing emojis. Keep pounding. Hey man, I didn't realize it. I saw that comment and then I went back to that timestamp and I was like, yo, I really did break the fourth wall in real time. It was funny. That made me laugh too, bro. So I'm glad you caught that. And then lastly, comment comes from Ben Tate, 6288. My man said, and this is in regards to the would you rather from last week between Cam and Julius Peppers. My man said, as a smaller wrestler, when compared to Cam and Pep, I have to take my chance on Cam. I got zero blocking technique, but I can still take a man down. Like you said, all of me is going into them legs. Hey, Ben, you get it, man. Hey, listen, I don't got the best technique, but I know when it comes to stopping somebody in that run, hey, I just got to throw my entire body weight into them legs. You can't run if you ain't got them legs. So that, hey, we locked in, twin. We locked in. You see it and I see it too. But guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can always be notified of when these videos are dropping, man. Next, hey, comment below and let me know. 1, how do you feel about the tight end room going into this season? Are you expecting big things? Are you expecting an average about season? Or are you expecting us to continue to be the worst tight end group in the league? 2, are you going to make sure you give Taylor Moton your love this year, man? I need y'all to give him the love. Are you going to make sure you do that? Can you promise me that? And 3, let me know, do y'all think Matt Rule or Frank Reich should have been on that list for worst coaching hires this past century? Let me know in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all you Panthers Nation. Take care. Later days. And as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.